There once was a time where you could go to a GameStop and look through all the games they have, whether it's a $10 game, $20 game, $30, or if you even pay the full $60 price. Regardless, there was a time where that's all you had to pay. You went in, you spent 30 bucks, you got the game, and you had fun. That's it. That's all there is to it. And as times went forward, and things slowly started changing, DLCs were starting to be added into the game, which wasn't really that big of a deal. I mean, DLC maps, that's something that the developers deserve money for. You know, it's nothing game-changing, it's nothing game-breaking, and even though I think that DLC maps separate the player base and make it harder to find lobbies, back then, that wasn't really too much of an issue if you played games like Call of Duty or Battlefield or anything like that. You could still get into a populated game without really any issue. So DLC maps weren't that big of a deal, and that was the way that these companies could make some extra cash on these games. It was an understandable way too, right? I mean, it wasn't anything too crazy. Anything too overly done or overly pushed in our faces. It was just a simple gesture of showing if you wanted to support them or if you didn't want to support them. You still got all of the content in the game. You know, you paid 60 bucks, so you get 60 bucks worth of content. But if you want some more maps or anything like that, fine. Give them some extra money, show them that you care about what they're doing. But now things are really changing. Things are really changing because it's not just maps that they're trying to push on us. It's so many more things. Weapons, attachments, skins, all these things they're slapping a price tag on nowadays. I mean, back then, there was nothing like that. It was just maps. Skins were unlocked by challenges. Guns were unlocked by ranking up. You know, all these different things were very simple. It was a much more simple time and a better time. But as companies continue to get bigger and bigger, and their titles and games get larger, more people know them, more people notice the companies that design them, things change. People get greedy, people want more. In fact, they get so greedy to the point that they actually brought in loot boxes, or gambling crates, or as Angry Joe would say, slot machines, into these games where it's not even a 100% chance of getting anything if you put your money towards it. No longer can you spend $20, $30 and you get a bunch of maps. No longer can you pay $5 and you get a skin. No, you pay $20 to get a random chance at getting one of those items. So you're not even guaranteed anything. And that's what they're putting into these games nowadays. And these head corporations, the top dogs, Activision, EA, all these other people, they don't even label them as loot boxes or crates. They call them surprise mechanics. These are surprise mechanics. Because I get so surprised when I get a frickin' sticker. I get so surprised when I get a camo that's just a basic desert camo. What are these? What, you think I'm supposed to be surprised from this? Now, I get it. I get what they're trying to say. I know what the whole surprise aspect is because, you know, you grind so many times and you keep putting money into it. You get nothing, you get nothing, you get nothing, you get nothing. And then finally, bam, you get it. You get what you've been waiting for so long. You get what you've been grinding for so long. And it feels amazing. You know, you're like, oh my God, the grind is done. It's over. I have finally unlocked what I wanted. But that is not something, first off, that's not something that should be in any of these games. Because they know, even though the game is rated M, the majority of these games are rated M, Battlefield, Call of Duty, Rainbow Six, all these games are pretty much rated M. And they know kids are still playing these. But they're still introducing these mechanics into them, these gambling mechanics, and they can't even front. It is gambling at its finest. It's 110% gambling. And it's not even like you're winning anything for these. I'd rather go to the casino and drop money there because at least I would get something worthy of what the money I put into it. At least I'll walk out with either nothing like you would in Call of Duty or with something, more money. But in Call of Duty or Battlefield, you put in money and your return is a camo that you use for 5 more months until the next game comes out and then it's useless. That is not a surprise mechanic, and that's something that shouldn't be in the game. Then on top of all of this madness, you have people who actually feed into this nonsense. You have content creators who actually put forth their money to get these special items that nobody else can get, so they can make exclusive content, because, you know, their lives are on the line, and if they don't buy this stuff, they won't be able to make content, and their YouTube channel will flop. No, that's not how it works, man. Your YouTube channel will do just as good if you don't buy into this content. I mean, these knives only spend, what, $500 or something like that on ballistic knives? On ballistic knives? It's a ballistic knife. It is a melee weapon in a video game. A virtual weapon that has nothing to do with real life. It's not like you can just pull that out of the screen and now you actually have real ballistic knives. No, this is a virtual weapon that's going to be in the game for 3 more months until Modern Warfare comes out, and then you'll never see it again because everybody's going to be on the Modern Warfare grind and Black Ops 4 will be dead. So you spent $500 on a weapon that you will not even be using more than 3 months. And then you wonder why Activision continues to put stuff in their games like this. I don't know what's wrong with these people. I don't know what's going on with people and why their money situations are so different now. Something my uncle has always told me is that it doesn't matter how much money you spend. The richer man is the guy who has the money at the end of the day. You could have 2 people, person A and person B, and they could both have 50 grand in their bank account. But the person who spends 30 grand of that is going to be the one who's not rich anymore, the person who doesn't have any more money. It's about how much money you have, but this isn't a lesson. This isn't a lesson. I'm not trying to lecture people on how to maintain their money or how to use their money. I don't care what you do with your money, man. That's all you. But if you're using it towards microtransactions for these greedy companies, then you're pushing it a little too far. And the crazy thing that just blows my mind about this is that these games are $60. They're charging you $60 for this game. And these games have less content than the old games that they used to charge us $60 for. So basically, 5 years from what they used to do, they're still selling the games for $60. They dumb down the content so there's less content in their games, and then they add more ways for you to spend money to get more content in their games. That is like, I can't believe what gaming has become. How did it get to this point? How did it possibly get to this point? I mean, gaming used to be so fun. It used to feel good to want to get a game. But now I'm scared. I don't even want to purchase any games because I don't know what I'm getting. I don't know what I'm going to purchase if I buy a $30 game, $40 game, $60 game. If I'll actually get a video game or if I'll just get, you know, the outer shell and not the actual content. What am I getting out of these purchases? I have no clue at this point. I mean, they could sell you practically anything, and they slap a $60 price tag on it, and people will still cough up money and buy them. People will still cough up money for the microtransactions. They'll cough up $500, $1,000, $2,000 just to get these weapons out of their crates, and these YouTubers, these top-tier YouTubers will do the exact same thing, and they'll use, quote-unquote, this is my job to do this. No, this isn't your job to do this. Yes, it technically is your job to make content, but it's not your job to drop thousands of dollars to Activision, drop thousands of dollars to EA. No, your job is to make the community better. You are a influencer. Your job is to make our lives, the smaller community of these games, the people who don't even make YouTube content. Scratch me, I don't even want to be a part of this. I'm talking about all the people who don't do YouTube, all the people who just want to play a video game, people who just want to relax, purchase a game with their hard-earned money. You know, stuff that they worked for. Those are the people who you should be fighting for, not to go post some stupid content about the new Stingray or the new ballistic knives or the Peacekeeper. No, that's not what you should be doing. You're supposed to be helping us. That's the whole point. I know I don't have that big of a following. I really don't, compared to some of these people who pull in hundreds of thousands of views with millions of subscribers. But they're not going to do the job. They are not going to do the job. They will gladly buy into all of this crap. They will expose... Well, they're not exposing shit. They're literally just buying into all of this and making it look like it's fun to purchase these things. They're encouraging all these other people to give Activision more money, to give EA more money, to grind out these weapons and cough up a bunch of cash to get these weapons. None of them are even saying that this is bullcrap. What is going on? So that's what I'm going to do. Even though I only get a couple of hundred people who watch my videos every single vid, whatever. I'm going to tell you guys straight up my own personal way. The only possible way that you could stop a huge corporation from doing what they're doing is not with your voice. Our voices have nothing to do with what they care about. I could sit here and I could rant and I could complain all day and all night until my face is purple and I'm about to pass out of my chair. They will not listen to a word I say. The only way you can make a corporation listen to you is with money. Money is the only thing that will make them make decisions. Okay, they're not going to make a decision off of what we say. Only by their pockets will they make a decision. So stop buying into this. Stop it. Because it's either we stop buying into it or the government comes in and shuts it down. But until the government comes in and shuts it down, nothing's going to happen. They will gladly keep putting these loot boxes in the game. They will gladly keep charging us $30 for a hammer. They will gladly keep making people pay 500 plus bucks to get a weapon. They will keep doing that. They don't care. It's their money that they're earning. They're still getting billions of dollars off of this. So the only possible way that you could possibly make any of these companies stop what they're doing is stop buying into it. When they see that money isn't coming, then they will change their mind. They will switch up and they will actually make it better for us. So they will start getting money. But if they're not getting money, they will change. They will literally change 110% because money rules everything. Money rules the world. And if they're not getting money, they're not going to be happy, and they'll make sure they'll do whatever it takes to win us back to get more of our money. That's going to sum up this video, everybody. Thank you all for tuning in to yet another one, and I really do apologize if I sounded very angry in this video, and I was ranting on a lot, but I am pissed. You know, I am angry about this. This is ridiculous, and it's insulting that these companies think they can continuously force this on us. It's a joke. It's actually a joke, and none of these larger content creators are speaking on this. I mean, some of them are, like Prestigious Key. Sometimes he hints on it, but I don't see it in him. I still don't see the complete revolt against all this nonsense that these companies are putting out on us. So I'm just putting it out myself. I don't care if I'm not big. I don't care if I only have 2,000 subs. I don't care. Someone has to say it. I'm going to say it right here. This is a joke. This is ridiculous. Stop buying the microtransactions. Stop feeding into this horrible system and make gaming how it used to be. Make it simple. Make it fun. Make it so when you pay $60, we get all the content in the game. We deserve the content in the game. You know, it's a joke, man. It's absolutely a joke. But thank you guys for checking out this video. I really do appreciate it. If you enjoy it, make sure you leave a like. If you hate it, make sure you dislike. And also, if you want to see some more content on this channel, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell notification button. That really does help you get notified with all of my recent uploads. Also, if you just want to chat with me or see me complain more about all this nonsense, you can always follow me on Twitter, @JBonaman. And if you want to catch me streaming some video games, I'm always on Twitch, @JBonaman as well. Thank you guys for checking out this video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.